Hi Collective, welcome to the channel, Cosmic Divine Dreamer. Hi everyone. So this is going to be a tarot reading that I'm doing for my twin flame. Twin flames are going to keep dominating me right now. But I didn't even want to say twin flames, but it is. Because this is for my starseeds, the Lightworkers, Earth Angels, Chosen Ones. Right? But not all of you may define yourselves as being on the twin flame journey, because some of you have like surrendered it, because ultimately that's what you're really supposed to do. Because if your twin doesn't awaken, raise their vibration to your frequency, then you're going to get another divine partner, right? So yes, anyway, this is going to be a love reading for 144,000, right? Lightworkers, Earth Angels, Starseeds. So I did a collective reading yesterday about warning, because I was feeling something, and then I've been getting this stand down energy. Like I've been getting told a lot, stand down, a lot of warnings, and to not fight, because what's going on is there's divines coming in and clearing a lot of the blockages and the strongholds and the things like that have been going on. Because for some of you, like, you've been just so dedicated. I want to show you too, the devil reverse flew out. I'm just staring at it, right? For some of you, you could have had addictions that you've been overcoming. You could have been under lust spells, sex magic, all sorts of stuff like that. But with this empowerment of a year of an 8, you've been getting the strength and courage to really stand your ground, stand up for your beliefs, but doing so at the right moment. You know, like not fighting these things. Because what's going on is this is very much a spiritual battle, right? And there's high-ranking demonic forces that have been attacking the chosen, okay? And they're very, very dark entities. They're high-ranking demons, and you're not going to be able to battle them in the physical world, right? Now, some of them are going to could be very dangerous and things like that, but you need to just have trust and faith and divine source. You will be guided away from these things, that you are protected. Okay, just don't go against what you're feeling. If you're feeling called to move, if you're feeling called to make a movement and change, you need to listen, you need to do those things, right? Because these, these people, they're but vessels being controlled by the entities at this time. And, knowing with the rise and the shift, they're spiraling out of control, really wanting to take over, right? So, but it was interesting too. I got guided to, or it's confirmation of the spirits that some of these people, and these could be your family members, your friends, lovers, things like that, could be carrying. If any of them had any of if any of the 7 deadly sins, if any of them were sinning, or even just had woundings and things like that, because some of these are running through the bloodlines, the families, right? Okay, but so some of these dark forces, I've never even heard of them. Of course, we've heard of the Jezebel, but Ahab and the Leviathan spirits, right? Some of them have, been taking over. So some of you are, dealing with those things. So that's why in the collective, these energies are coming out to not fight them, because physically fighting them is not going to work. It fuels them when you give them energy and causes them to be more aggressive and more wanting to fight, right? Because they're feeding off your energy. So and because they're so erratic right now, it's going to be hard to try to fight them with love. So, but you need to trust that. That's why divine source is coming in, because we have been in the shadows working, right, to save and to eradicate a lot of these dark forces from our loved ones that have been carrying these demonic forces. But what I'm getting at lately is that time's up. These forces have gotten so strong, or they've reached the point of no return. Some of them have literally been overridden by these demonic forces. For some, it may even be out of their controls. I disclosed a little bit in the reading that I did, where I was talking about there's been some changes to altercations to the DNA to stop people from being able to connect with divine source energy to be able to release these demonic forces. So some of it, it's like it's out of their control. They're incapable of connecting with source, that there's not going to be a way to release these demonic forces. So for some of you, the only way is letting go of certain connections, right? And that's why a divine could be coming in, knocking towers over. I mean, like, for some of you, it's to cause movement, it's to cause change, it's to cause separation. Because for some of you, like, you would have never have left, right? And time's up, right? It's, God's coming in. Time's up. It's because there's some of you, you're so dedicated to your mission, you don't want to leave people behind, all right? Things like that, because, you know, like, I know that that's a lot of the fight me. I don't like to leave people behind. I like to, you know, take on these demonic entities and get them out of people, right? As I know that, you know, most of us chosen ones are warriors. We can take on these entities, battle them, and get them out, but it's like they're getting too powerful. You cannot do this battle alone any longer, right? And especially, it's like when they see, because you're being so empowered, that their oppression is not working anymore, you know, you could be at danger, because you're only going to get to hold back for so long, you know. Time's up. Let's just focus on that. So there could be a lot of changes going on in the collective and love right now. I don't even want to put the double in the neck, but so anyway, this is a collective tarot reading, but we're gonna, you know, you might just be here for my opening channel message that came through, but yeah, some of you, you're getting ready to come into these high level love too. And that's also too, because for a lot of you, if you were dealing with people that were karmics, that were blocking you from your counterparts, your divine unions, they're getting more and more angry because they feel these unions coming together. And for some of you, like, God, divine source, they're guiding you right together, because what you don't realize is really you attract each other magnetically, and we're really feeling that confidence at this time. So if you're feeling very confident to stand up for yourself, make these changes in your life, you're also empowering your twin, your counterpart, right? If your twin has not been compromised, right? And there's been so much confusion spells and things like that are going on. Finally, I had to realize, like, yep, I just got to fully surrender and just let go, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because if my twin was compromised or not, because a lot of these false twins, when you're really close to union, they will come in. The enemy will send them in, right? And they will use people, right? And it might not even be that person. That person might not even really want you, but that entity does. That's why these people. So you could be with somebody that, yeah, you're seeing the vessel of somebody, but really it's the entity that's in love with you, right? It's in love with destroying you and your power and your control, blocking you, right? So anyway. As some of you, you may notice that, right? You may notice some of these people that you've been dealing with, you know, like, yeah, you know, you're not really the same as you used to be, or things like that. Enemy knows how to get into your mind, use things, manipulate people. But anyway, that's why they can use soulmates. And that's the hardest thing, when you have a soulmate that was supposed to teach you a lesson, right? Because soulmates, karmic soulmates, are often past life lovers, and they come back, especially if they did you wrong in a past life, they come back in this lifetime just to help you. Right? So, and either way, they help you, right? Because you come in alignment with these relationships when you're not ready, to get you ready for your forever after, for your kingdom spouse and things like that. So anyway, these forces, right, are getting very, very angry, especially if your twin's like hovering or anywhere, like getting closer, like they can feel it, they know. So they're really anteing up their I don't know, I was just mixing up. Retrograde, I guess. They're taking things to higher levels, right? And especially if you're starting to stand up, and I know I've been feeling this empowered feeling, being, you know, this is the year of 8, and my Leo energy got like activated at the beginning of the year, so like, I'm really in my power. Like, yeah, no, I'm not giving my power, my energy away. I've been reclaiming all of my power. Yeah, look, tower moments. Look at this. But with the Knight of Cups, there is an impending love offer that is coming in. Wow. It's going to cause something to definitely fall apart, sudden change, things like that. False foundations are coming down. You know, I got this before, too. When it's like, when this real one comes in and you realize that maybe the person that you were dealing with was just flowing, your divine counterpart's energy right back at you, or taking your energy and flowing it back at you, because that's why you can feel like you're so in love with them. You're not really in love with them, you're in love with yourself, because they're just using your energy and flowing it back at you. Because if you're really dealing with the demonic forces that are using people's vessels, right, that are completely closed off to divine source energy, because if you don't have your heart open to love, I don't care how much you say that you are believe in God and all of that, because if your love is shut off, then the devil can run through you. And that's what I was finding out about, like, this Leviathan or whatever, spirits and things like that, because they run a lot through the religious communities, because people could think as though they're very, very religious, right? But that's why I say they've weaponized religions and things like that, because especially people that get very, very obsessive with religion and all of that, because anything, when you turn it into an obsession. And what was I getting to? There's a group of people, Jesuits, somebody was teaching me about, where people that are very and solely dedicated and things like that. But if they have a wounding, then they're opening up to these demonic forces that are really about oppression. And those are the people that are really adamant at, like, coming at you, that, like, pushing religion, pushing, like I have those people that'll come at me and find me and, like, want to pray for me and things like that. And like, I'm like, no, I don't need you to pray for me. And people are like, what would it, like, they get offensive by it and things like that, because it's like, I know I'm one with God, divine source. Praying away and praying it, like, it's just, you got to be careful out there. Okay. So, so and any of these people that have, if you're holding on to envy and greed and jealousy, those dark forces, right? People are getting weaponized this time. They don't realize that. So, okay, sorry, I was going, so, I was getting about these spirits coming in, right? Flowing your energy right back at you, right? So for a lot of them, it's, like, if you could feel, like, maybe if somebody can only show you love through sex, that is a big sign right there. And that's finally what I realized with my lover, that I thought was and maybe, like I said, maybe he was my twin, I don't know, but he lost his divinity. I know that. This is when God, divine source, is, taking away people's spiritual gifts. Like, for some of you, your own twin was used against you because of a wounding. So in that case, their divinity, their contract was taken away. It was given to somebody else. And it could be given away to somebody else that does the work. It could be a past life lover, soulmate, or it could be somebody from your past that comes back that now gets that contract because they did the work, they did the healing, and they could in fact turn into, getting your twin's contract. That's why I say that, yes, like, retrograde does bring back some people, so you need to be careful, because you for some of you, and that's what we're seeing, the collective, and that's why I feel guided to do a love reading, because, I've been seeing that. It's like, for some of you, it's like, yes, you do have somebody coming back from the past that has healed, that has done the work, right? And for others of you, it's like, it's tests. That's why you really have to trust what you feel. And that's what's beautiful about tarot, right? You get the guidance. When you use it, you're going off of your intuition, your higher self, us as a reader. Like, that's why I think everybody should get their own tarot deck, right? It's a guide, when you're calling in divine source, spirit, at protecting you, you have that connection with God to get that clarity. And it's, in fact, a lot of it's your higher self. That's why we put our energy into it. You guys come into an alignment with it because you're in alignment with our energy. Source guided you to us, for that message and things like that. That's why I say, when you find a reader, stick with that reader. They are feeling your energy. You have an energetic connection. If you feel as though you're not connected, then, look for a new reader, but don't just do this scrolling, looking, and, you know what I mean, get caught up on just trying to find a reading that is going to fit your storyline, right? Because then it's turning into an upset. All right, enough said. So, but just like I say, like, that's why I was always like, my love life is so messed up right now. How can I do collective readings for people? Like, I'm going to, like, bleed out into the readings, right? I'm like, and especially, like, I've been very much aware that I have my family getting used against me and things like that, all sorts of stuff. That's why, like, I opened up this other platform, because I know that they were shadow banning and all of that stuff, and all of their projections. They didn't want to see me, my channels, my platform. But I was like, you know what, it doesn't matter, because I'm still connecting with everybody on, with my star family, my soul family on, our frequencies, right? That's why it took me a while to realize that. Like, I was calling my star family. I'm like, where are you? And then I finally realized that, yeah, I was connecting with them on higher realms. Didn't even realize it until I was blocking out the enemy. So for a lot of you, you're going to find it easy. There's a lot coming on this message. I feel like I've lost you guys. I'm like 15 minutes in and I haven't even pulled the tarot yet. See, and they do that sometimes, especially when I'm feeling energy, but whatever. Okay, I guess I'm just going to stop now. Look, Ace of Wands with Knight of Cups. I told you. There is a passion, new beginning coming in. Like I said, for a lot of you, because you are pushing these oppressing things away, you're bringing in these new things. A lot of them, okay. I need to slow this down. Okay. You need to just focus on you at the moment. Don't get hung up in the why, because you don't want to manifest too. We're in a very, very powerful manifestation time. Like, don't get focused on manifesting. Let go with the flow. Like, know if you're one with God, divine source, you love you and you focus on you at this time, you're going to attract these beautiful love connections, right? Not these ones that are going to play games with you, keeping you in and out of your divinity, in and out. Like, that's how you know if there's too much drama going on and things like that, it's a sign, right? Wow. Like, yeah, I know you got to work in relationships, but damn. Like, I really just thought, I really thought the Twin Flame Collective, that me and my twin were always under attack. So I was always battling these things. And maybe it was. And, you know, because he was struggling with addictions, like, I thought I saved him when we got together. Because I was told to put my story out there. Like, I detoxed him off of drugs, right? Because he was addicted to pharmaceuticals and other things. But I detoxed him off of that. And, you know, then it was like I thought he was doing so well. And then he went back to hidden addictions and drinking and getting very abusive and stuff. And then we were starting to lose everything. And I'm like, well, it's the stress because we're losing everything. And because, you know, I've got karmic children. And, of course, right when we get together, then all of a sudden, their dads all of a sudden come around like, come on now, you've left me alone for years. I've raised these children on my own. And now I have a younger boyfriend. And now here you are wanting to stop. Like, oh, my gosh. There's just been so much. So I've given so much time. And time. But, yeah, realizing that, yeah, it was all part of the enemy's plan. Anyway. Okay. So, anyways, maybe it really was, and that's what said. Wow! My hand just flinged, and I went right to my Florida water, so it's wanting me to cleanse myself. Oh, okay. Wow. It went right to picking up. That's a sign. Some of you need to cleanse yourself, protect your energy. Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah, Seven of Wands. So don't fight these forces. It's like they're so strong. Some of these people, they've completely, I'm getting like hostile takeover. They've been taken over by the enemy. And maybe it's been executed that way because we are in the end of times, right? So maybe it's other things controlling them now. It's too strong. So for a lot of you got to set yourself free of these. You're getting these romantic partnerships. They are protected. They very much are. Look at this beautiful. Yeah, see, God, divine source is bringing this in. This is my God, divine source card, 10 of Pentacles. All of your work and your fighting was not for nothing. You're going to get these. See, and a little line with the reading, like for some of these that are, if it's like, for some of you that have the warning, not everybody has these. Not, some of these is just you're going to be moved away and it's going to be fine. For others of you, if you have these spirits, these forces that are like, they're determined to take you out, like you're mine, or like if I can't have you, no one will type of energy. That's what I mean. Some, like, this is where divine could be making some major endings, right? Okay. All right, let's get into this. see. I seen Four of Wands. It's about union. Look, Tower out again. Look! The Knight of Cups came right back out with the Tower. That's originally what I got. And my light just came on over here by my crystal. Wow. Yeah. So there's a love offer coming in. See, have strength, because for some of you, these people could be coming back if you've already separated from them, trying to come in with this love offers, like, I've changed, I've this. Have power, have boundaries, stand up for yourself, because there's some of you, literally, the real thing is hovering. You have to set yourself free to be able to get these things. You have to make room for them, too, right? That's what I'm getting. Like, with the Florida water, a lot of people use it for cleansing. Maybe it's a sign I need to cleanse my room, because I was working a lot on cleaning up things yesterday, because I was depressed for a little while. So, wow. So maybe work on cleansing your environment, your space, getting rid of things, getting rid of clutter, cleaning, you know, especially if you're a Cancer, okay? Because Cancers, I know, we like to make ourselves feel at home. Like, I'm a homebody. I like to be at home, right? So especially me losing my home, you know, like, I had all my stuff in storage. This isn't the first time this has happened. And when I finally got where I was stable somewhere, because I finally got, like, where I could stay extended stay at a motel and not have to move, like, every week, right? I was like, I wanted to feel homey, so I got so much stuff to make it feel at home. And then before I know it, like, yeah, I got way too much stuff here, right? And we like to hold on to those things that make us feel comfortable. We like to hold on to past things, right? Memories, sentimental, but those things hold energy, right? And that's finally where I'm realizing, like, yeah, it's time to, like, let go of a lot of stuff, right? Like, literally, like, I want to just, like, I'm trying to have a fire sale right now. I'm trying to sell off everything in my storage locker. Like, I want a new life. I want to move, like, far, far away. And get away from all of this. So, maybe that's a sign for some of you. But anyway, just clearing out, getting rid of clutter and old things, like boxes, like, is my thing. Like, I love keeping boxes, you know, to my kids' toys and things like that, because I like to let them resell their toys, get more money buying you whatever. But just boxes and things like that, and clutter and things just take up so much space. So really, you got to make room for new energy to come in and new things to come in. So, and two things, hold on to energy, right? Like, I'm one where, like, I don't like to hold on to jewelry, things like that for my exes. Like, I remember my first ex, like, I gave him all my jewelry back, right? Well, it was my first, but yeah, then he went and pawned all of it. But anyway, whatever, like, it's just, it doesn't matter. I don't like to hold on to the stuff, right? So I always sell the stuff or give it away or whatever, because that holds energy and memory, right? And it's like, you know, if it keeps you attached to somebody. I've never understood that too. Like, if you get jewelry from one person, like, how do you be in a relationship and wear it with another? You know? Like, any girls that get engagement rings, like, you should give those back. Like, that to me, because especially if they spend a lot of money. But it's never, I've never understood that either, because you shouldn't have to spend a lot of money on a ring anyways for an engagement. Like, it's because it's, that to me, that's just like buying love. To me, like, it shouldn't, you know, it shouldn't matter. To me, the most beautiful things is like the rings that get passed down in families and things like that, you know? Like, that's so beautiful. We have glamorized things so much and that's where you have to be careful, right? And that's why this matrix is so, it's not fair to have all these pretty things that not everybody can have, right? Because people have these woundings, right? Like, I grew up getting imprinted with, like, a poverty mindset and a lack mentality, because my father was, you know, so controlled. Like, he always locked our money up in, like, CDs and investments, and he was always about making more money and for status and to keep it in the bank and all of that stuff. And, you know, and it was just like, he used it, and then he controlled, and then he'd buy things, he'd try to show love in the way that, he'd buy me things to show me love, And, so I grew up thinking that for a little while, that was love, right? So I was like, oh, if I'm in a relationship where somebody buys me nice gifts, takes care of my bills for me and things like that, that's love. And no, that's not. Like, I had such the wrong concept. And then, of course, I was a little brat at first, like I went through the phase where I had the Coach and the Dooney and Burke and all the name brand design. Once I had my children and everything, that's when I realized, like, yeah, I don't care. Then it was like, yeah, I wouldn't even buy myself things. Then I went through that whole crap. Like, if I can't have everything for my kids, like, I'm not going to buy myself things if I can't have all this stuff for my kids. Like, if I have to get my kids clothes and things from a second, those reconfinement shop or whatever they call this. Once Upon a Child, that store was amazing when I found it. The resale shops. Then I was like, well, then I have to, but then you put down your worth and things like that when you don't buy yourself. Like, I didn't realize what all that was doing. That's why it's like gosh, a lot of us have just been so damaged and controlled through our families, right? And healing those things and that poverty mindset. You have to love yourself, and you know how you feel good and better about yourself when you're in a nice outfit, new. I'm hearing new duds. So it's gonna be my dad. I'm hearing, but so it's like for holidays and things like that. That's when I'd always get my kids dressed in their best, new outfits and all of that. But it's like, you should be doing that every day. Like, you can take care of yourself, buy yourself things, and when you feel good about yourself and you're pouring that love into yourself, then you are being able to pour that love out into others, right? Because you feel better, you feel confident. Like, I didn't realize how insecure I was making myself feel because of the way, Like, that's why if you have anything that's like raggedy and old, doesn't make you feel good when you wear it, get rid of it. And when you get rid of it, you open room for a new to come in, because that is how it works, right? Money is a frequency. It's a vibration, right? That's why these love connections, when they come together with nothing, right? But the love is so powerful, they're going to generate everything. That's what's so beautiful. And that's why a lot of these false twins that are ran off of greed and lust and money will attract to these, because they know that divines and twins are meant to have so much abundance, because they're supposed to solely be working on their like path, purpose, mission, that the universe is going to provide everything that they need, like blessings. They radiate so much love, like everything's like gifted to them, right? So a lot of people like, and then you get into the spell work. There's been, look, Dinky Stars, Page of Swords. There's been a lot of people that have spied, right? And have gotten into people's records and have found out that they're destined for legacy and abundance and things like that. Can just feel it, right? Because for a lot of you too, you twins, like you have like a spiritual inheritance, which means you have like very, very rich ancestors. Oh, I'm getting tingles as I say this. You have very, very rich ancestors that have an inheritance set aside for you, but it's like you don't get it till you come into union with somebody that's worthy, because they're not going to let some clown get the family money. No. So little did you know, even the two of you just getting together and you being together with somebody that is high vibration, that your ancestors approve, do they unlock this abundance support upon you? So for some of you, literally, like you got inheritances in the family that are hidden. Some of you could have property, you could have houses, you could have, because there's been a lot of family that has been hiding inheritances and families and things like that. I'm pretty sure I had one stolen and hidden from me. Being a psychic, I was very aware, but you know what I said? I was like, it's all right, because it'll be made right. And even if your family does steal something like that, the way the universe works is it gets paid back to you multiplied by 10. And you could get it back in another way. So say, because I'm pretty sure mine was stolen from me, right? And my name was... I'm not going to put my whole story out there. I've always known that my family did something, right? Anyway, so... they're going to be getting their karma. Things are going to be getting exposed. And they may have spent it all, but you're still going to get blessed. You're going to get 10 times or whatever divine decides. But it could be in a lotto winning. It could be in whatever. Justice has to come around. And this is the year that things get paid too. So don't, that, and part of that, like, let it go. So if I'm talking to you and you do have an inheritance that was stolen from you, or your family did something shady, or you're tied, like, let go of that one thing. Because you know what? The reason why it was allowed to happen for some of you is because it was to protect you. Because it wasn't going to get made right to you until you were together with somebody who you were supposed to be together with. And then divine's going to bring that back around and boom. And you could be getting blessed like through your partner, right? Too. Like say both of you, because for a lot of you twins, you do have like really, really big inheritances, right? And so it's like, say your confirmation. Say for some of you, like yours got stolen, your family stole it, but it's like when you get together with who you're supposed to, they're going to get their part of the inheritance. It's kind of how it was safeguarded. It's like both of you had these very big inheritances. So when you come together, it's going 33 on the clock as I say that. It's going to unlock these things. So then it's like all of a sudden you guys get together, then you could just be like gifted a house, gifted this, gifted that. You know what I mean? So you can literally come together with nothing because these people have been trying to break you of everything. That's why I said like, and it was one of the biggest things too, because one of the biggest things for this, the chosen ones, like you have to be humbled. They have to know that you're going to be humbled when you have this, that you're going to be serving your divine life path, purpose, mission, that you're going to get this, all this abundance, but it's not going to turn you greedy because this is about us restoring justice, right? Us taking the money and the wealth away from all the wrong people and restoring, right? So for a lot of you, like you were tested. So for some of you, you've been going through a lot of trials and tribulations, but they have been getting you ready. So for some of you, like you have been getting humbled. You have been having to let go of these things. You have been having to let go of the physical and be willing to walk away and set yourself free from everything so you can in fact start new and build. And then think, do you really want to have all that stuff that has all of that old energy that you know, like maybe it wasn't meant for you to get the house that your family left for you because of all the trauma that would have been felt within that. And then you're bringing your divine counterpart into a house full of trauma. No, it's meant for you guys to have a new house, right? Things like that. So it's about changing the perception, changing the mind. Wow, I'm loving this. I told you, yeah, look, the lovers. Oh my gosh. It's like, I love these because I don't always know how they're gonna go, and it's actually like come through spirit. They're coming through with the story. They're spilling the tea here. Confirmation. So yeah, when you got people. So for a lot of you, a lot of people, like, they knew what you were going to be coming for. And it's like that jealous and envy. Maybe for some of you, this is someone, like, you turned down. For some of you, like, that's what happens. Like, you turn somebody down, or you pick somebody over them, and then they're resentful, and they're angry. Maybe they started looking into you and found out what you were destined for. All right? So maybe they were like, oh, hell no. Hell no. Are you going to get this life of your dreams? Are you going to get all of this rich and abundance and the love of your life and turn me down? No. So be careful. Like I said, some of you are sleeping with the enemy. Some of you, these people were aware of what they did and what they're doing. Others of them are just being controlled by the entity. So some of them are after your spiritual wealth. Because a lot of the chosen, you don't even know, right? Or, you know, and if it's not physically in the money, or, they don't like what I'm saying. I've been getting to in the readings like, just shut up, because I'm over here disclosing things for you. So literally, like, some of you got lovers that are coming in with nothing and you're going to have everything. Oh my gosh. So yeah, don't have that poverty mindset. Don't see, and it's like, it was a way to get tested. That's why God is fully aware of everything. Like, they'll let you feel like, they made it feel like the enemy was winning, taking you of all of your things, but little did it know it was building you up because it needed to humble you. It needed to test you. It needed for you to still find your self-worth, to find your courage and your strength, to know. See, look at my phone going off because somebody don't like what I'm saying here. Because it was humbling you, but it was testing you. Your faith, your courage, your strength, and you're about to have everything. Yes, look, a star card, wish fulfillment, baby. Look at this, Ace of Wands. Oh, did somebody figure it out? I think so. So you could be figuring this out. Temperance, baby. Let go. Be humble with everything. Don't give in to the energy. They want to fight with you. Remember, you need to be careful. Like, I ran into this. That's when I knew that it was getting pretty bad in my case with the devil. That's when I knew. Literally, couple weeks ago, I was saying nothing. I was like, I'm not even going to give any energy whatsoever to my ex when he's coming at me. And then it got to where I got scared because he started to get violent, breaking things off of me, literally saying nothing, you know? And that's when I knew, like, wow. Okay, so now me saying nothing is enraging, and I was seeing the things. That's when I knew the entity had taken over, because he, like, I'm bringing it up for a reason. Not all of you are like that, but some of you just being quiet, it's not going to be enough, right? But don't let them pull you, right? Don't fuel them. Walk away, go to safety if you feel needed, right? So, justice is coming in. So, be very careful with when you stand your ground, right? God's fully sees everything, right? So for a lot of you, new opportunities, things like that are opening up for you. Yeah, lovers, this came right back out. For some of you, oh my gosh, the love that I feel that's coming together, and when these lovers come together, oh my gosh. It's like you're going to feel like you were saved just to finally not have to battle and fight anymore, because for some of you, you've been like battling all of these entities. You've been taking up high-ranking demons, but you've been holding your ground. For some of you, you could be in survival mode, and maybe some of you have been isolated and humbled and that's a big message that's been coming out too, that you need to love yourself, you need to heal yourself at this time, you need to come out of survival mode. Justice. Because your whole life maybe has been a battle and a fight. Because there's some of you, I'm almost done. For some of you, it's like you've been battling these your entire life. For some of your family was constantly tearing you down, putting you in the poverty mindset, you know. Have forgiveness, right? Like, I remember, like, oh my gosh. Like, I remember my mother hated my red hair, so oh my gosh. It took me a long time to overcome that wounding, right? And like, oh my gosh, like, there's just so much stuff. But it's all about this healing and knowing that we came in to break these demonic forces. For some of you, like, there's been many in your family that have came to try to break these, and nobody's been able to defeat these. But you are. And that's why you are going to get all this wealth, all this abundance, and that you are breaking the generational curses. You are freeing your family bloodlines because of you, because you did it. This is beautiful. All right, so I'm going to leave this here. Love and light to all of you. Definitely feel the watch for every full guided too. All right, bye. Be safe.